Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this reality chat. I wanted to talk about something, guys, when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we've all seen the preview clip of this upcoming episode that is going to be airing tonight. And I mean, to be quite honest with you, it might be one of the most interesting that we may see this remaining of the season. I don't know. I mean, the second half definitely looks more entertaining than the first half of it, shall we say. And I'm not here to condone a woman getting a drink thrown in their face. At least it's not a man. If you all remember Basketball Wives many seasons ago, when Jennifer Williams, at the time husband, but now ex-husband, threw a drink with all the fire in her face. That was just plain wrong, right? But I wanted to talk about this because I saw this clip on the Bravo Shade Room, and I was really astounded by the comment section. And look, I know that there are people out there that just don't care for who they don't care for. And apparently there's a lot of people that just don't care for Mel, because I was like, wow, this is Melody's fault. People actually are blaming Melody for Keke tossing a drink in Tisha's face, which honestly, she just slapped the drink and it went in her direction, and it splashed on not just her, mainly on her, but on the people who were around. Because if you saw the clip, you saw Stormy get up and run from the table. But listen, guys, I'm going to put the clip in the description box so that you can look at it, because I've looked at this clip so many times, and when I tell you, Hotel better known as Arion's baby wipe is so dirty because he laughed so hard that he spit his drink out. Because when Keke got up and was walking away from the table, she was walking by and the camera was following her, and Martell was standing there drinking something. And when Keke was walking by, he was looking, and he laughed so hard that he spit his drink out. And I said, this nigga's dirty. And yeah, I said it just like that because that's what he is. But anyway, I'm just going to play this clip. It's a really quick clip, but I just want to play it, and then I want to continue with my commentary.
So you want to be mad, get glad, scratch your ass. I don't give a... Why would you do that?
We're not, hey, guys,
Why would you do that?
Hey, I'm telling you, we're not doing this.
Stupid ass. Yeah, I know.
Hey, chill out.
So this what we on now?
Hey,
Yeah, that's exactly what we doing. Okay.
All right. And Marsau is such a simp. He's sitting there. He couldn't even put his cigar down. He's still holding a cigar. He was sucking on that funky, nasty cigar when it happened. And then when Keke's getting up from the table and she's walking over to the house, he's holding the cigar in between his fingers, and he's telling whoever's around, we're not doing this, we're not doing this. It already happened. What the heck is he talking about? And I'm not saying that he should get up and fight a female. Of course not. He is got those female tendencies himself. But like, he couldn't get up and get a towel for her or something. I mean, he's sitting there waving around with the cigar again. Couldn't put the cigar down, waving around. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. It already happened. Like, I guess he was trying to insinuate that, look, you all are recording this, but we're not putting this on TV. I don't know. But listen, guys, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because the comment section is unreal. I want to read some of the comments, because if you remember on the last episode, and it'll probably pick up there, I'm assuming, Melody met Keke out, and Keke was talking about Tisha and this rumor that, to be honest with you, I'm not saying Marsau's faithful. I'm not. He clearly doesn't like his wife. But I don't like, who are these chicks that want to sleep with him and have a threesome? Oh my God. Disgusting. I don't even want to believe it. I'm not saying that it can't be true, but I'm like, who wants him? Legs, hips, and breasts, just like Melody called him. Like, there's nothing appealing about this saggy-faced, gummy-mouthed bastard. But that's my opinion. I have taste. But anyway, they were having the discussion, and it was mainly Keke talking and Melody was reacting. But some people are trying to say that Melody is putting Keke up to this. Melody is throwing rocks and hiding her hands. Melody is messy. Melody is jealous. She's trying to ruin Tisha's marriage. And I'm like, are these people for real? Or are these Letitia's family members and cousins, and or are these some burner accounts that she and Marsau created? I'm saying, because that just doesn't make sense to me. Or we know that her mom isn't on the show anymore, so maybe this is her mom and she had time to create some accounts and write these comments. Because I was like, wow, they're really trying to blame Melody for what Keke is saying. I feel, in my personal opinion, that Keke is held back a lot because she actually does care about her cousin. But I feel, this is just my opinion, I feel that Tisha has been just under the radar, sneaky, and also hurtful when it comes to Keke. I don't like people calling her a drug addict, or like Marsau said, calling her a druggie. They're treating her like she's just some chick who's just out here smoking crack and sniffing coke. She had a medical procedure and got addicted to pain pills, and she got a habit. And I know that can be serious. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I've had surgery in the past, and I, on purpose, either would not take the pain pills that they prescribed at all. I may have taken one or two the day of and the day after, but after that I specifically discarded of them, because if you have addiction in your bloodline, it can be something where you could possibly get addicted to it. I don't like taking medicine, period. So, but I'm just saying, for people to make light of or make fun of her habit that she was very upfront about and she admitted to, and for them to treat her like she's trash, because I feel that Marsau is the main culprit, and Tisha, because she is the follower of her leader husband, and I put leader in quotes, she is doing the same thing, and I believe that has been hurtful to Keke. That's my personal opinion, because if you watched her interview that she did with DJ Richie Sky, and I talked about that before, that thing really bothered me, because when I heard the things that Marsau and Tisha has said about her and done to her, I believe that she has a lot of pent-up hurt and anger with the two of them for them treating her like she's trash and just treating her like she's just some common crackhead out here on the corner stealing people's stuff to hawk it, pawn it so that they can get money to buy drugs. That's not who she is. And I feel that it's very disrespectful. And I'm sure that there's a whole lot more that she could probably say, but she's chosen not to. You know what I mean? So nobody has to be out here trying to ruin Tisha and Marsau's marriage, because they pretty much are in this thing for better or for worse. He said it multiple times, because it's cheaper to keep her, as well as it's not like he really even has a whole lot. They are just in a lot of negative situations together that they've gotten into, that they have to face together, and he doesn't want to have to deal with it on his own, so he would rather have her in the place of being the lead when it comes to the paperwork, so that she can be more blame than he would be. But I want to read some of the comments. Someone said, Mel has been the one instigating from behind. She's so bitter because her marriage failed. And a few people liked that comment. I really just am baffled by that, because Melody went through what she went through extremely publicly. And I think what some people try to link up with her in trying to quote unquote ruin or destroy their marriage is when she was asking questions about infidelity with the other couples and things like that. They were basically trying to say that she was trying to have them all be in the same position, or when she was questioning Tisha, when Tisha was basically saying, not dealing with the same things you're dealing with. I've never dealt with infidelity in my marriage, this and that and the other. And she was also throwing things up in Melody's face. So Melody was asking her questions too, like, well, are you sure? You might want to check this out. You might want to go to this place at this time, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't believe that is her trying to ruin Tisha's marriage. Tisha's going to hold on to that for dear life. And I really don't think that Melody really cares whether she wants to stay in it or not. But I do believe, in my personal opinion, I do believe that if Tisha ever got the strength and the mindset to leave this nigga, that Melody would not go all in, but she would try her best to encourage her and helped her to establish herself to be an independent woman, because she's not. She's not. She desires it. She's trying to be that with the clothing, which if you see the clip of what she has on, like the confidence that she does not have is screaming loudly. Yeah, they're at a cookout, whatever. But she has on this cutout shirt with, it's too small. You can see her black bra underneath, and everybody else is covered up. You know, Melody, she's beautiful and she models now and stuff like that, but she's sitting there wearing a full-on covered t-shirt. You know what I mean? Stormy had on a button-down shirt. Like, everybody is dressed casually and comfortably, and she's dressed like, you know, she's, I don't know, I hate to use this old phrase from Martin, but she's dressed like a hoochie mama. I'm just saying, like, she's got on the thought wear, like, she just looks ridiculous. And so people thinking that Melody is putting Keke up to this and whatever, I just think is absolutely asinine. Someone else says, Keke turning the show to ghetto. And Mel, who likes to play the victim, got nothing to say now. And that comment got a few likes. And I just was like, wow, tell us how you really feel, I guess. But I don't agree with that. I definitely don't believe that Melody plays the victim. And honestly, some of the things that we've seen is for camera time. It's for having content for the show, because I really don't believe in real life Melody's going to sit down with Marsau and have a conversation about him saying things about her. Let's just be real. It's for the show. So I don't believe that's her playing the victim. I believe that's her playing her role on the show, because yeah, it's a reality show, but they have to have content. They have to have scenes. Even the scene where they had the town hall to discuss the Black Business Expo, content for the show, people. Like it or not, but that's really what it is. These people are not really friends. Melody would not spend her time with these people. I believe she probably was friendly with them at one point, but unfortunately, these people are more friends to Hotel than they were to her. And she sees them for their ways, so she's not going to spend time with them. But because this is a show that she's doing and producing, that's really what it is. So call it fake even if you want to. You can call the scenes fake, but you can't call her fake. She's just playing her position as executive producer, and who knows how much longer she'll be on the show. Who knows even how much longer the show will be running. But for people to blame Melody for Keke's actions, and then not even considering the fact that they have been on a smear campaign to put her in this light of being a low-key crackhead, I feel is disgusting. The woman admitted that she got addicted to pain pills after getting a prescription, having a procedure done. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people that have gotten addicted to opioids, but it didn't really become an epidemic that the country recognized until it started affecting the majority community, if you get my drift. So with that being said, Marsau telling them they need to call the police and get her drug tested. This is the thing that it disgusts me about him and her, meaning Tisha. Don't try to use someone's struggle against them because you choose to stay in a struggle relationship and marriage. It's disgusting. I can't stand that. I can't stand them for it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't condone the violence and whatever. And yeah, that was a pretty harsh move. But just based on all of that knowledge about it, I completely understood Keke tossing or flicking the drink in her direction and it just baptizing her. I'm serious. Because them labeling her as a drug addict, I feel is disgusting. I do. They tried to block her from being on the show. They did not want her to be on the show. And I believe one reason why they didn't want her on the show is because she knows a whole lot more about them than she has allowed us to know. So just the little bit that she shared from the reunion when she and Tisha, reluctantly, were talking about some chick that sent him was a DM? I think it was a DM of her naked body or her naked butt. And he responded to it. He hearted it and said a wonderful surprise or whatever the words were that he typed up. And he admitted to it. But again, Keke brought that to light. And now this other stuff that she's talking about, I just believe that Keke knows a whole lot more than she has allowed us to know. And honestly, we really don't care. But they have wanted Melody and her marriage and relationship to be on Front Street for all of these seasons where that has been the primary focus. And we haven't really known a whole lot about these other people's stuff. So now that Kimmy and Maurice's horrible marriage is coming to light. And of course, we already knew that Tisha and Marsau's marriage was not the beacon of hope that anyone that's aspiring to be a wife or whatever should be looking to. Like, it's evident. But for them to try to paint her as this drug addicted hood chick out here robbing or stealing from Home Depots and stuff like that, I feel is just disgusting. It's weird. It's strange. It's not good. And you don't treat people like that have a struggle and they have absolutely 100% even admitted to it. Even if they didn't admit to it, you don't do things like that. And that's what they wanted to do. And so I think that that's just a lot of pent-up anger and aggression for why she decided to flick that drink in Tisha's direction. But Marsau, again, is absolutely no help. He's sitting there holding on to that cigar, not holding on to his wife, not getting something to help dry her off. She's sitting there trying to open her eyes. Why you do that? Why you do that? I'm sorry, because that's what she sounded like. And girl, get up and go dry off. But it was just like, Marsau is trash. And they've done a lot of and said a lot of trashy things about her in terms of her struggle. And that's just not cool. Someone in the comment section, why the F is Mel there? She was invited. And she's a part of the show. And I mean, at that point in time, at least I believe Mel and Kimmy were somewhat friends, because this is something that Kimmy had at her home. I mean, Mel threw her a party to celebrate her cancer-free report, to celebrate her remission. So for someone to say, why is she there? Wow. Someone else says Melody has been stirring the pot with them too. Someone else says Keke been obsessed with them. And another one says Mel has been the one instigating from behind. I mean, I just am like, wow. I don't know what people are seeing when it comes to Melody and Keke and Tisha and whatever, but it's just not true. This beef that they have, this issue that they have that's been underlying, this is their issue. Melody was over in another section of the barbecue, but they want to say that Melody has something to do with it. It's like, wow, some people are just going to blame her for absolutely everything and whatever. I mean, people are free to have their thoughts, but I just don't agree with that. But I can understand. I don't like the fact that they have tried to use this woman's struggle with addiction to pain pills to label her like she's a common crackhead. And even a common crackhead is somebody that has a struggle. I don't like when people deal with people who have addiction struggles as if they're just trash. They're human beings that a lot of them have gone through so much, and unfortunately they've turned to substances to try to ease their pain versus other resources. And that's just it. And those things that they've turned to, they don't help them. It only hurts them. And they're seeking this feeling. They're seeking to feel better because they've been feeling horrible. You know, so I would never speak down on someone that's dealing with an addiction struggle, no matter what that addiction may be. Some are worse than others. Yes, we know that. But for them to try to use that against her and to try to use that to block her, that might be why they're going through some of the things that they're going through recently. You know what I mean? It's just not cool. You reap what you sow. So I just wanted to talk about that because I don't believe that Melody is to blame. I don't believe that she's been stirring the pot. Has she been listening to what Keke has said in those scenes? Yeah, absolutely. You know, but I don't believe that Melody is this messy person out here trying to destroy and ruin Tisha's marriage, and she's stirring the pot from behind the scenes and using Keke, if you will, to make that happen. I just don't believe that at all. So anyway, guys, I just really wanted to talk about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.